Have you ever felt deeply cherished, only to feel quietly controlled at the same time? You replay their words in your mind, wondering how something that felt like love could leave you feeling smaller. You don't feel abused. You feel chosen, needed, special. And yet, something inside you feels uneasy. What if the very things that made you feel loved were carefully designed to keep you attached? At first, it feels magical. They text constantly. They notice everything about you. They say you're different from everyone else. You feel seen. But slowly, the warmth turns into pressure. You begin second-guessing your choices. You apologize more than you should. You adjust yourself to keep the peace. Your identity starts to blur. You wonder why you feel anxious when they're distant and relieved when they return. This emotional roller coaster isn't random. It follows a pattern rooted in psychology. It's not just affection. It's influence disguised as intimacy. And the most unsettling part? It feels like love. If you've ever fallen into this pattern, you are not weak. You are human. Your brain is wired for connection, for safety, and for belonging. Manipulation doesn't work because you're naive. It works because you're capable of deep attachment. What feels like a flaw is often an adaptation. Your trust, your empathy, your desire to love, these are survival traits, not defects. You were never broken. You were responding exactly as your mind was designed to respond. To understand manipulation, you must understand the brain. Love activates the brain's reward system, releasing dopamine, the same chemical links to pleasure and motivation. Manipulators exploit this system. Think of your brain as a lock and emotional validation as the key, but instead of offering a steady key, they turn it unpredictably. This creates intermittent reinforcement, a principle from behavioral psychology. When rewards are inconsistent, the brain becomes more attached to them. It's the same mechanism behind gambling. Uncertainty doesn't weaken attachment, it strengthens it. A simple mental model to remember: warmth, withdrawal, craving, compliance. Like waves pulling you toward the shore, each emotional high makes the next low harder to leave. And this is how manipulation begins to feel like love. Love bombing. Overwhelming affection and attention at the beginning of a relationship. It floods the brain with dopamine and oxytocin, accelerating emotional bonding. They call you their soulmate within weeks. Everything feels destined. Intermittent reinforcement. Alternating between affection and emotional distance. Unpredictable rewards condition the brain to crave approval and attachment. One day they are warm and attentive. The next, distant and cold without explanation. Gaslighting. Making you question your perceptions and memories. It destabilizes cognitive certainty, increasing dependency on the manipulator for truth. They dismiss your concerns, deny their actions, and tell you that you are overreacting. Gradually, you begin to doubt your own perceptions. Guilt tripping. Using guilt to control your behavior. Your brain is wired for social harmony, making guilt a powerful emotional lever. They suggest that your love must be proven through sacrifice. You feel responsible for their emotions and choices. Isolation disguised as protection. Encouraging distance from friends and family under the guise of care. Reduced social support increases emotional reliance on the manipulator. They claim no one understands you the way they do. Their concern feels protective, yet it quietly isolates you. Future faking. Making grand promises about a shared future that never materialize. The brain releases dopamine in anticipation, keeping you emotionally invested. They speak of lifelong plans and shared dreams, but those promises never arrive. These tactics may seem different, but they share a single psychological pattern. They create attachment through confusion. Remember this simple truth: intensity is not intimacy. Control is not care. Dependency is not love. True love regulates your nervous system. Manipulation destabilizes it. Healthy relationships feel steady, not addictive. They bring clarity, not confusion. If any part of this felt familiar, pause gently with that realization. Not with judgment, but with understanding. Awareness is not the end of love. It is the beginning of wiser love. The moment you recognize the difference between affection and control, you reclaim your emotional freedom. Because real love does not make you anxious. It makes you feel safe being yourself. And the simplest truth to carry with you is this: if it feels like you must shrink to keep it, it was never love. If you want a video on a specific topic, make sure to like, share, and subscribe.